Hey everybody, welcome back to Minute on the Mountain. Tonight we're going to be doing a gear review. Odepro reached out to me and asked if I would do a review video on their new KL52 Max. So this is an upgrade from their original KL52. Here's the boxing that it came in, and let me just get this flipped around and open it up so that you guys can see the packaging. So here's what it comes in. More of a soft-sided case. It's kind of a hard canvas. I've already opened it, but wanted you to kind of see the unboxing. Now, I have previously done a review on their KL62 Plus. It comes in this hard-sided case. Loved this light. It was a phenomenal flashlight. It looks all beat up because I use it all the time. I just keep this in the camping tote in my truck. And that's always kind of my spare flashlight I have on hand, aside from the headlamps that I use in my day pack. So again, here is the case opened up. Now I've already opened it up, guys, because I was charging the battery. It's not fully charged yet, so I'm not going to turn the flashlight on. And besides that, I mean, we're sitting here in my kitchen. So I'm going to test this out on the mountain. We're going to do some shooting with it, mounted to my scope. We're going to make it as realistic as we can. They asked me if I could do a hunting video with it. I explained to them in Utah I can't use spotlights to hunt, even predators. I'm not allowed to do it on public land. But we'll take it out and we're going to test this light out at 100 yards, 150. We'll go out to 200 yards. That's what I did on the KL62 Plus. And I'll probably put a little tag up in the corner for that video if you want to go back and watch that. Here's the battery. So it's got the battery that you actually charge right into the battery. You don't need a separate battery charger. And they do include the USB to Type-C charging cord. So that's what you're going to use to charge your battery up. Now this comes in 3 different colors, and you do have to swap out the colors. It doesn't change with the push of a button. So, you know, that's a little more work. It's not as convenient as some models that you can just flip a button to switch. But it's the white, you get green, and then you get the infrared. And what is loaded into it is the red color. So the way that you access the battery compartment is down here by the switch. So just open this for you, and you'll see that that battery compartment is empty. Again, I took the battery already to charge. So that's how the battery goes in. Everything fits really nice. It's snug, and it seals really well. Then to access the LED to change colors, you're going to take the bulb off. And then you're going to twist this counterclockwise to expose the LED. And then, of course, you're going to screw that counterclockwise to take it out. So if I wanted to take out the red and swap it with the white, the green, or the infrared, I'll just show you the rest of the way on that. Simple as that. So that's the red bulb. I could swap it out with either of the other two. Now, when we test this, I'll use multiple colors, and we'll compare which one has the farthest distance. If I remember from the old one, and you'll have to forgive me, it's been a while, the white shone the farthest. I think I shot all the way out to almost 300 yards with the white, 250 if I recall for sure. And then the green was the next longest, and the red was the shortest when I tested it out before. So that's the light itself. Obviously, you can go from a focus spot for real long distance, and then you can open this up to make it more of a flood in a wider area. It's got a little lanyard that comes with it. It's got your instruction manual right here. So again, this is the KL52 Max. And it's got a pressure switch. And one of the upgrades to this is this pressure switch has a dimmer switch. So it's got a plus and a minus here. I don't know if the GoPro picked that up. where you can gradually increase the brightness or gradually decrease it just with steady pressure on that pressure switch. So we will attach this, test that when we do the testing at night. So I'm really looking forward to testing this. I appreciate that they sent it to me and gave me an opportunity to do the test. I'm going to wait until I can get out on the mountain, and probably at the same time I'm testing this, I'm going to test a new tent heater I got, and we'll probably turn it into a little camping trip. So you also get the mounting bracket where you can put this on your rails, or, and I'm glad they include this because my rifles don't actually have rails on them. They have this quick clamp where you can put this on the top of your scope. So if you already have a scope mounted on your rifle, you can put this bottom clamp on the scope. The light goes in here, and that's how we're going to test it. So all that is included in the kit. Again, nice packaging. There's foam here on the bottom of this to keep everything in place. Now I liked the hard case kit. I know one of the things they considered to be an upgrade was this kit. They just said it was easier for guys to maneuver, to handle. I really like the durability of the hard-sided case. I'm sure I'll like this one as well. And then that pressure switch of being able to brighten and dim, you know, gradually and not with a bunch of different clicks of the button, I'm sure that's going to be a super cool feature. So we'll get this put back up. I'll get the battery fully charged, and the next time you see me, it's going to be dark and we'll be out on the mountain and give it the test. All right, guys, I'll try not to blind you by looking right into the camera and having this headlamp get you, but I'm out in an area where I can shoot at night at 100 yards, 200 yards. I don't know if I'll go 300 or not, but I'm doing the additional test on this Odepro Max K52 flashlight. And it's been forever for the weather to allow me to get out here and not worry about snow or getting stuck, because I had to get to a place that was just, you know, someplace you can shoot at night. Nobody's going to complain or gripe. So but anyway, that's what we're doing tonight. I've got my other camera that I'm going to set up facing the target so you can see how much light gets on it from the flashlight. You'll be able to see, you know, where I hit with my rifle. I'm shooting my well, the rifle I got for my two boys when they were little. It's their first deer rifle. It's a 243, but it's a youth version, so it's got a shorter barrel. But that's what I'm shooting. And I haven't shot that gun in forever, so I just wanted to shoot it because I haven't shot it in so long. So we'll get the camera set up and get this test done. I'm going to test all the different colors of the light, again at 100 and 200 yards, maybe 300, we'll see. And then I'll give you my final thoughts when we get back home. Well, guys, I tested it at 100 and 200 yards with the red light and the white light. I'm going to put the green on. I'm not going to shoot anymore. I'm just going to go out to 200 with the green and see if, and just flash it on the target. I've got a camera set up. The camera will pick up if it's shining well. Then I'm going to go out to 300. I can't shoot from 300. The ground's not level enough. It drops off over here. I tried, even at 200, I had to stand and shoot kneeling. I couldn't lay prone to see the target. So, but we'll go out to 200 with the green, 300 with the white, just to see if it hits the target, like how well you can see it in the camera. So that'll be the rest of our test. It's getting super windy too out here, so that's another reason I'm not going to shoot more. All right, guys, I realized the other night when I tested this out in the woods that I didn't test the added adapter where you can turn it on with your thumb, you know, mount this next to your trigger. So that's turning it on, and then it's got a dimmer and a brighter switch. So Hannah's focusing on the shed for me, and then you guys are going to see the dimmer switch work. So I'm dimming it now. Oh, sorry, I was hitting the wrong one. There we go. See, it's gradually getting dimmer, dimmer, dimmer. And then now it's getting brighter. I don't remember this on the K52. This K52 Max has that feature. I don't think the K52 did. And then here again is the power switch. All right, let's wrap this up with my final thoughts on this Odepro K52 Max. Phenomenal flashlight. I'd never really done anything with hunting flashlights because in Utah, you're not allowed to hunt at night on public land. I do believe there's some counties. If you're on private land, you can spotlight for coyotes. But when I tested their K62 a year ago, I just couldn't believe how far out those lights worked. So you saw in the video, I took shots at 100 yards and 200 yards with the white light and the red light. The green I didn't shoot with. I went out to 300 yards and just flashed it on the target, and you could see that as well. The ground was more uneven than I had remembered, you know, when I was out there in the daytime. So you probably saw I took 4 shots. 3 shots were kind of in the bottom right of the target, probably grouping about like that. But I had 1 shot that was near the very top of the target. That wasn't because the shot was that far off. It's just the way the land was. I could only see the top half of the target with the flashlight. But I mean, out to 300 yards, I could see it clearly through the scope with that light on it. So I will put a link in the description to this. Really like the carrying case. I tested the dimmer switch just here at the house, as you saw. That works just great. It's got a nice smooth transition from dim to bright and then back down to dim. I just can't say enough good things about it. I just can't use it for hunting in Utah, but if you're in a state where you can hunt at night, it'd be a nice addition to your arsenal. So that's the Odepro K52 Max. And again, I'll put a link in the description. Let's wrap this up with the channel shout out and the Minute on the Mountain. And then also want to let you know about our next giveaway. So the channel I want to shout out is Alan Metalman Outdoors. He's over in the UK. He does some hiking videos. He does a lot of food review, like restaurant review and travel review videos as well. And all of his videos are well done. He does a great job. Some of the colors he captures, I've asked him before what he uses to film, and I can't remember the camera that he uses, but he captures incredible colors on all of his hiking videos. So I'll put a link in the description to Alan's channel. Minute on the Mountain comes from Psalm 27, beginning in verse 8. My heart says of you, seek his face. Your face, Lord, I will seek. Earlier in the psalm, David had said that the thing he wanted most was to live in the house of the Lord all the days of his life. And keep in mind in the Old Testament that the house of the Lord, or the tabernacle for David, represented God's presence. So it wasn't so much the where that David wanted to be, you know, in the tabernacle. It was the who. He wanted to be in the presence of the Lord. He wanted to seek his face, not just seek his hands. So he wanted to know God for who he was, not just for what he could do for him. I hope that you and I could say the same thing. We are at 1,552 subscribers, I think. We've been there for a couple of days, so I think we'll stay over 1,550. So it's time to do a giveaway, and I'll show the prizes on the next video. I'll go ahead and tell you what they are on this one. It's going to be that Samua 4G trail camera. So that'll be prize number 1. And then prize number 2, kind of sticking with the trail camera theme, I've got a camouflaged hat that VooPeak sent me that I've never worn. It's brand new. That'll be prize number 2. So prize number 1, the 4G trail camera from Samua, which will include the solar panel. And then prize number 2 will be the camouflaged hat from VooPeak. To enter into the drawing, you just simply have to be a subscriber and you have to comment on this video. I'll give you another chance on the next video to comment, so you can get 2 entries, and then the following video after that will pick the winner. So thanks for all the support, guys. God bless you. We'll see you the next time we're out on the mountain.